In just 90 days, I took an AI SaaS from 0 to 180K in revenue with a simple, repeatable process. And no, I'm not a guru, I'm a founder just like you. And I know exactly how it feels to build something great, but feel stuck trying to grow it. So that's why in this video, I'm giving you the exact 5 simple step process that's taken me and other founders from 0 to millions in AI SaaS revenue. Step number 1 are funnels. Funnels are important because they guide your customer from not knowing who you are to understanding why they should buy from you. And here's why 90% of AI SaaS founders don't succeed, because they try to sell a customer before guiding them on why they should buy from them. Not having a funnel will leave you with no structure, and you may have built something very great, but without people understanding what it is and how it benefits them, it will leave you with hoping to get customers versus converting them. So let's fix that. I'm going to walk you through the exact funnel strategy I've used to go from 0 to 180K in revenue in just 90 days. So your product actually sells the way it deserves. So the first thing you need to know that there is a funnel that you have to go through. First, people need to know who you are. They need to be aware of your product. Then they need to know why they should be interested. And then you need to invoke desire. Show them how your product will solve their problem and then give them a reason to take action. Now there's 2 different types of softwares that you can build, and there's different avatars that you can go into. There's B2B software, which has lower volume in sales but higher prices. This becomes like enterprise clients. This is like Oracle, when you need to educate the client before he buys, and it's a long sales process. Then you have B2C. B2C is higher volume, lower price, but it's more on the entertainment and convenience side of things. The relationships are more transactional, and you are solving desires and benefits. This has short-term goals and a short-term sales cycle. A good example here is Cal AI. But in the middle, there's my favorite, B2B2E. It has moderate volume, you can provide training, and it helps with productivity, and you are building employee relationships with people that work at these enterprises and selling directly to them. You provide them value by empowering them to do their job better. A good example here is icon.me. Different software business models have different avatars. If you take Sophia here, she's the perfect customer for Oracle ERP. She works as an IT director at a large enterprise. If you look at Jake here, he's 32 years old. He's not in a relationship, but he works as a marketing manager at an e-commerce company. And then we look at Maya. Maya is 26 years old. She's single, a fitness blogger, and uses Cal AI to track her calories. It's very important to know your customer profile before trying to build your funnel. This way, it will help you build the exact messaging that will help them convert. Now, the next step, you need to create an offer that is impossible to say no to. To do this, we use the value equation. You simply have a dream outcome times a perceived likelihood value of achievement divided by time delay times effort and sacrifice. If you take Maya as an example, she wants to create ad creatives on autopilot. She wants an 80% achievement confidence, and she wants to do this in 10 minutes, and she only wants to spend 1 to 2 hours a week creating creatives. So this leaves you with a score of 100% on automating creatives on autopilot, 80% because she's 80% likely to achieve her result, and then 10 minutes because it will take her 10 minutes for time delay, and the sacrifice that she will put in is 90 because it's only 1 to 2 hours a week. This leaves you with a 98% score. A 98% score means that you have a great offer. Anything under 95, that means you need to work on your offer. The next thing is landing pages. You need to have a landing page that has the correct messaging to convert your customers. This is the anatomy of a high converting SaaS landing page. First, you have a hero area where you show some social proof. You mention the key problem and what you're trying to sell. You make it very clear to understand. You have a clear call to action, and you have a demo on the right side for people to actually watch how you use your AI product. Then you have partners to validate who you've worked with before and social proof, and you have benefits. How will it help them in their journey? How will it solve their problem? Then you need to explain how it works with a 3-step simple process. For instance, in the example of Cal AI, step number 1 is you take a picture of your food. Step number 2, it tells you how much calories you are intaking for this food. Step number 3, you save it, and you track your calories. And it's as simple as that. Then you have a pricing section on why to buy and how it helps. You need to compare the value that you're providing for the dollar amount that they are going to spend. And then you need testimonials to show them that other people are buying this product and create more social proof. Then you can answer frequently asked questions. And then at the end, you need a CTA to wrap it all together. So now that you got your landing page, you understood your funnel, and you understood your customer avatar, you might ask me, how can I write this content for this landing page? It is very simple. You go to ChatGPT and you tell it exactly what you are building, and you ask it for a business brief. And then you go to ChatGPT and ask it to build you a customer avatar based on the business brief and the product that you are building. It will recommend you 2 to 3. You need to take both of these and create landing pages for each avatar. And then you give it the landing page structure that we've given you above, and you can download in the resources in the link below. Then ChatGPT will output content for the landing page, and you can just copy paste into your landing page provider. Now that we've talked about funnels, avatars, and landing pages and how to convert your customers, let's talk about how to get traffic. There's 4 different ways you can get traffic. There is cold email, meta ads, LinkedIn outreach, and my favorite, partnerships. If you're not doing cold email, you're basically waiting for people to find you, when you could be starting conversations with your ideal customers today, especially if you have a B2B SaaS. But I get it, you probably think cold email is spammy, annoying, doesn't work, or kind of desperate. But what if I told you cold email made me $56,000 in just 60 days? Would you reconsider how powerful it is? Cold email has also allowed us to land meetings with brands like Nike, Gucci, Disney, and many more. So here's exactly how I do cold email and how I teach my clients to do so as well. The first thing with cold email is you need to set up your infrastructure. Infrastructure means you need to have domains, email senders, and a sending platform to send your emails from. With this traditional setup, you need to warm up your emails for 14 days, and you need to have 3 senders and send 50 emails per sender. If you want to send 10,000 emails per month, you need 2 to 3 domains, 6 to 7 emails, and then for the domains, you need to pay $10 a domain. That's $30, and for emails it's $7 a piece, so that's $70 per month. But this is an outdated strategy. With our strategy, you can get 1 domain, have 99 senders, and send 50 emails per sender. That's 148,000 emails per month for just $30. And to get this exact strategy, you can click below to download our downloadable resource, and it will have a step-by-step system to implement exactly what we do. Now let's talk about list building. For list building, you have 4 options. You have Clay, Apollo, Scraping the Internet, and Method X. Clay is expensive, but it's very good because it gives you intent data. It gives you full enrichment. You can find emails, phone numbers, and where people are working, and it's very fast to use. Apollo is semi-expensive, it's good, but it has limited intent data, and it only has people in the companies. Scraping the Internet is very cheap. It's okay on data, but it has no intent whatsoever, and you can only use whatever you can find, and it's very slow. Now all these strategies work, but if you want to shortcut your process, we found a method that is very cheap, very good. It has intent data, you can get full enrichment, and it's very fast. And this exact process is in our downloadable resources as well. So if you click the button below, you will get everything that you need. Now let's talk about the strategy, the superpower of email marketing. You need to have purchase intent. That means there's a signal for the customer that they are looking for your product or a product similar. This is a buying signal. You need to track this and find people who give this on the internet. That way when you email them, it feels like magic. It feels like somebody's reaching out to them for the thing that they've been looking for. Now deliverability. You need to follow the rules and not send spammy emails. Like don't put emojis, don't use the same script for 1,000 emails, don't use spammy text like schedule a call now or buy now or can I give you a call. And you need to always be A/B testing your messaging. For example, if you have 50 subject lines, one of them will eventually work. So if you don't A/B test, you will keep sending emails with incorrect messaging. Next, let's talk about copywriting. Everything you should be writing should be with the avatar in mind. It is critical to turn inbox placement into replies, and you need to leverage the email scriptwriter GPT to to write your emails. That way you are not guessing, but you have a proven formula to work. You can also find this in the downloadable resources below. But here's an example of what the scriptwriter will write for you. This is a template called "Not Sure I Should Be Emailing You or Not." This plays on the reverse psychology. It has some social proof and an open loop to it. It says, "Hey, first name, I wasn't sure if this was even the right inbox, but X company has solved Y problem in X weeks without usual pain." And the reason this works is because you're signaling that you're not pushy. It flips their filter from salesperson to maybe this is worth looking at. The second script template the scriptwriter provided is "We found something about you." This creates a curiosity gap, and it's personalized and it has some self-relevance. And it says, "Hey, we ran an analysis on your company and found something weird. Most companies like this are leaving X amount on the table due to Y problem. Your competitor has fixed it with this solution. Want to see how to do it or want to see what we saw?" And the reason this works is because it creates fear of missing out on a secret, signaling inside knowledge they can't ignore. And if you're building an AI SaaS and you want to grow very fast, either by help of getting funding or growing your sales and actually turning it into a business that makes money, not just a product that sits there, I do this through one-on-one consulting. So if you're interested, you can click the button below to learn more. No guru nonsense, real results, and money back guarantee. Sure, cold email is great, but you need another channel to run 24/7 while you sleep if you want to maximize your profit. Which leads me to my second traffic source, Meta ads. Using Meta, you can put your message in front of the right people at scale within minutes, just by using Meta the right way. Now look, I wasn't always sold on Meta ads. In the beginning, I thought it was very expensive and that I had to prove my product on cold email or other organic methods before I try to run some ads. But this is not the case at all. Using Meta ads, you can actually validate your products very quickly and validate the messaging that you're using even faster. Because you can ask yourself, what's more expensive? Not running ads or waiting 6 months until an organic channel gives you enough data to validate your messaging or your product? So let's make it easy for you. I'm going to walk you through the exact meta structure I use to run my ads for my AI SaaS product. This is an overview of how I run my meta ads. As you can see, I only have one campaign. In this campaign, I have 3 different ad sets. Every ad set has almost 10 to 15 ad creatives that I'm using. And these ad sets are running at very low budgets. Why? Because at first, I'm only trying to test messaging. If you can see that my Asia Tamina ad set has one messaging that's working very well and bringing me 9 leads for a cost of 91 cents. And that is the start taking orders from Mina in 48 hours. While the other assets haven't proved themselves right yet. And for your AI SaaS, you need to do the same thing. You need to have one campaign, multiple ad sets with different themes of messaging that you're testing. And every theme needs to have 10 to 15 different headlines for that theme of message. As you can see, for all the creatives, I'm using the same template, but I'm only changing the headline. Why? Is because I'm looking for the exact messaging, the exact headline that is converting, and then I will build my assets around that. And in this case, the one that is working very well is start taking orders from Mina in 48 hours. But even with cold email, meta ads, there's still one strategy that cannot be ignored because it brought the most ready to buy leads for our business. And it didn't cost $1 to start. And that is LinkedIn outreach. If you're not using LinkedIn, you're missing out on the easiest source of warm leads. When you're using it correctly, you can cash in on leads that are looking for exactly what you're looking to offer them without having to pay for it. But if what they see doesn't build trust or clearly shows how you solve their problem, you've already lost them before the conversation even starts. And examples of this is having a bad profile, showing no authority in your niche, sending out generic messages and asking for the sale right away, and trying to close on the first message. That's an instant block. So here's exactly how to optimize your LinkedIn profile and outreach. The first thing you need to do is have a good banner that talks about your business, your AI SaaS, and what you do exactly. As you can see here, I have Sell Abroad, and what we do is we help e-commerce brands sell locally to global customers. My headline is very clear. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Sell Abroad. I have done DTC acquisitions in the past. I was the head of direct-to-consumer brands at an aggregator, and I'm an e-commerce operator. So it shows clearly that I know what I'm talking about when it comes to into e-commerce and expanding into new markets for e-commerce brands. Your experience here also matters. You need to show a progression of experience building on top of itself like a Lego. So first, I started with my first e-commerce brand. I've worked for a marketing agency, and then I was the head of direct-to-consumer brands at an aggregator, and then I launched another DTC brand and exited it on Flippa. And I also had a consultancy business for e-commerce brands, helping them build internal infrastructure. Following that, I was an entrepreneur in residence at Antler, the world's #1 AI investor, and then I started Sell Abroad, helping brands sell locally to global customers with AI. Now that you know how to optimize your profile, let's talk about outreach. This is HeyReach, a LinkedIn automation software that you can use to send automated messaging in campaigns. As you can see here, I have many campaigns that I've sent, some for investors and some for enterprise clients. If you click on enterprise clients and you edit the campaign, you see exactly how I set this up. The first step is to add your leads. You can add your leads by importing a CSV or connecting it to clay.com to import your leads automatically. And then you select your sender, which is your LinkedIn account. After that, you select a sequence. From the sequence, you can build out step by step on what you want your LinkedIn account to do. For me, I have first, it views the prospect's profile. After 1 day, it views them again. After another day, it sends a connection request. If they do accept my connection request, after a day, we send our first message. The first message is, great to connect. I'm looking forward to stay in touch as I'm currently building a VC-backed startup in X market. If they reply, then the automation ends there. If they don't, then we wait 1 more day and you can say, can I ask you a few questions about your experience with X problem? You don't have to build these automations step by step manually. HeyReach comes with multiple automations that are templated that you can use any automation that you want. This is an example of the automation templates that they have. They have one to engage with the followers of your company. You have one to engage with your post engagers, one for the competitor followers, one for people who are active on LinkedIn, mutual groups, post engagers, and enterprise clients. Enterprise clients is the one I'm using because of my AI enterprise SaaS. Now, if you want the exact script that I've been using to get clients from LinkedIn outreach, click the link below and get the downloadable resources that we've provided. It has everything from A to Z on what you need to say in your messaging sequence to get the clients to respond and buy from you directly. So LinkedIn got us in the room, but what really changed the game for us is what we did next. If I had to start over with 0 budget, 0 audience, and no cold email, I'd start right away with partnerships. Partnerships are a cheat code because they let you borrow trust for someone else who already has the attention of your ideal customer. And I know this firsthand because for my startup, when we started partnering with e-commerce marketing agencies, they were flooding us with clients because they knew if they expanded into a new market, they would have a new market to do ads for. So it was mutually beneficial for us. And here's exactly how I would outreach to ideal partners. First, I would identify ideal partners by learning who does my customer buy from also. By listing these vendors and understanding how we can create an offer that is mutually beneficial, we can create an agreement where we can send each other clients for no cost at all. Then you need to tailor your outreach and your pitch. You need to tailor your outreach where it's mutually beneficial, whereas when you sign a client, they will benefit from a referral or an increase in services for them as well. If you're building an AI SaaS and you're tired of guessing your way through growth, I offer direct one-on-one help. Whether it's scaling your revenue or finally building something that actually sells, I work hands-on with founders to get real results. No fluff, no guru tactics, and if it doesn't deliver, you get your money back. Hit the top link below if you want to move faster with a real plan. And don't forget to download the resources so you can take action on every single strategy that I've showed you here today.